Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Dear Venerable Singer, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Quickly Buddhist News in English on psotv channel. There are the major news of the week. Ho Chi Minh City, in commemoration of late Most Venerable THÍCH and monastic age, congratulations to Most Venerable the Vietnam Buddhist University Rector. Buddhist Guides Board visit Most Venerable Chairman of Administration Council for monastic age, congratulations. Buddhist Culture Magazine has official stand booth at Saigon-based THANH Hotel. Vietnam Buddhist University meet for the 15th course enrollment. 21st commemoration of DEMISE Day of Most Venerable THÍCH GIÁC and celebration of Buddhist year 2564 ULLAMBANA filial piety fiesta at KHÁNH Monastery. VASSA of Buddhist year 2564 closing summer retreat in MONASTERY Patriarchal Temple and congratulated Most Venerable MINH, Most Venerable THANH. Quantum, provincial Buddhist singer and the local authorities release fees offerings for environmental renourishment 2020. King Young Lottery Company visit and financially support Phật Social Charity Center. Đắk Nông, second round with 750 textbooks has given away to ethnic minority pupils. And the following are the news in details. On the morning of September 4, 2020, at the Vietnam Buddhist University Campus 1, the Revere Board of Studies solemnly offered incense in commemoration of late Patriarch Most Venerable THÍCH, Deputy Dharma Master of the Cultural Patrons, Vietnam Buddhist University's former rector, the founder of the university. The delegation also paid a visit to Most Venerable Director of Vietnam Buddhist University for monastic age celebrations.
In the memorial ritual, there were Elder Most Venerable Thích Quảng, Rector of the Vietnam Buddhist University in Ho Chi Minh City, together with revered dignitaries of monks and nuns vice rectors. To commemorate the great merits of the late founding rector of the Vietnam Buddhist University, who devoted his life to serving the Sangha, the Dharma, and the nation, commemorating the merits of the revered master, the monks and nuns made themselves present in front of the stupa of the Elder Most Venerable Thích at the campus of Vạn Hạnh Monastery to offer incense and to trudge respectfully around the stupa. Elderly Most Venerable Thích Deputy Dharma Master of the Council Patrons, former Standing Vice President of the Vietnam Buddhist Administration Council, former founder of the Vietnam Buddhist University, Chairman of the Council of Buddhist Scriptures Translation, former President of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Ho Chi Minh City, Abbot of the Tường Vong Patriarch in Huế City, the Master Rector of Vạn Hạnh Zen Monastery. The life of Most Venerable is a shining example of morality and education for many generations of monks and nuns. He is also the eldest brother, founder of the Vietnamese Buddhist Family and Youth Education Organization. With the calmness and patience of a rationalist and with a great career and education, Most Venerable has left a special affection in the hearts of Vietnamese Buddhists. Over 70 years of Dharma service for the nation, Most Venerable has opened Dharma schools in real life to train thousands of monks and nuns to be granted bachelor's degrees in Buddhism, while thousands of other Buddhist practitioners have been successful in social services. Before that, the revered monks and nuns of the Vietnam Buddhist University also held the monastic age congratulation ceremony for Elderly Most Venerable Thích Quảng, the rector, and Most Venerable Thích GIÁC, the vice rector. Venerable Thích Nhật Từ offered his blessing at session to wish a good year in service and congratulations, pray for the Buddha to bless the Elderly Most Venerable with good health, to continue to lead the city Buddhism with the ever-growing Vietnam Buddhist University. Most Venerable Thích Giác Toàn wished the monks and nuns of the university with a meaningful session ULLAMBANA filial piety. Most Venerable also encouraged the monks to continue cultivating morality, educate Buddhism well, obey the teachings of the Sangha and Abbot in good service of human life and Sangha.
On the morning of September 4, 2020, at MINH Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, the Central Committee of the Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha visited and congratulated Most Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân, Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administration Council, for monastic age celebrations.
The delegation was led by Thích Thanh Hùng, standing member of the Administrative Council, head of the Central Buddhist Guide section. Accompanying the delegation, there was Most Venerable Thích Minh Trí, Central Buddhist Guide section, Venerable Thích Phước Nghiêm, member of the Administrative Council, vice of the Standing Committee of the Central Administrative Council, head of the Buddhist Youth section, and Thích Viên Quang, vice director of the Central Buddhist Guide section, Most Venerable Thích Trơn Không, vice of the Central Buddhist Council, dignitaries in the Central Buddhist Council, and representatives of the Buddhist family subsection. On behalf of the delegation, Most Venerable Thích Thanh Hùng had the assertion and congratulation to the Sangha. The chairman would have one more year in Dharma service to lead and orient Buddhist activities for development. In response, the Most Venerable Chairman praised the revered monks of the Central Committee. Most Venerable believed that the Central Committee would continue to well perform all Buddhist activities in the spirit of unity, harmony, and contribute to the general development of Sangha, wishing the Venerable monks in the committee always be abiding to the law, enlightened body and mind.
On the morning of September 8, 2020, at Quang Monastery, in the office door of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Ho Chi Minh City, the editorial board of Buddhist Culture magazine had a meeting with the board of directors of Saigon-based THANH Hotel to have a meeting in discussion to bring Buddhist Culture magazine into the mass distribution, starting from Saigon-based THANH Hotel.
Attending the meeting were Most Venerable Thích Huệ Thông, Vice General Secretary, Chapter of Sangha Office, Most Venerable Thích Phước Nguyên, Standing Members of the Administrative Council, Vice Chapter Office 2, Venerable Thích Minh Nhẫn, Permanent Members of the Administrative Council, Permanent Vice Editor-in-Chief and Secretaries of Buddhist Culture Magazine, Venerable Thích Minh Ân, Deputy Editor-in-Chief of Phật sự Online Channels, Members of Editorial Boards of Buddhist Culture Magazine, Professor Dr. Nguyễn Khắc Thuần, and as members of the editorial boards of Buddhist Culture magazine. Among the attendants, there were Mr. Nguyễn Sĩ Quỳnh, Hotel Director, representative of Saigon-based THANH Hotels, and members of the management. Venerable Thích Minh Nhẫn makes an introduction into the formation process of the Buddhist Culture magazine over the past 16 years. The magazine is considered by experts to be prestigious in Buddhist journalism industry in particular and the press in general. The magazine is the official voice of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha and it granted international standard code ISSN in August 2020, aiming to convey the above contents to the world community and serve the reader while staying at the THANH Hotel system. Venerable Thích Minh Ân said that readers read printed newspaper but can listen to audio files and watch video through QR codes printed on each article. The magazine also had an electronic version. Each publishing period, the electronic version can be sent to over 60,000 Zalo accounts. In the coming time, the magazine will make reports on Vietnamese Tamil around the world, and it expects to cooperate with Vietnam allies, which are expected to accompany the program. Professor Nguyễn Khắc Thuần said, currently, various corporations and hotel businesses had accepted the offer from Professor to accompany the magazine. According to Professor, this is a very special magazine, not only enriched in contents and presentation format, but also in many other special contents. Most Venerable Thích Huệ Thông highlighted the policies of the Sangha with the editorial board navigated to convey Buddhist moral ethics into life. Mr. Nguyễn Sĩ Quỳnh emphasized that he would bring the magazine publication to the readers staying at the hotel as a gift to foster the value, cultures, and knowledge. He also expressed his deep gratitude when the hotel system had the opportunity to participate in the propagation of Buddhism.
On the morning of September 4, 2020, at Campus 1, Ho Chi Minh City, the revered dignitaries, the Administrative Council, and the Student Admission Council of the Vietnam Buddhist University in Ho Chi Minh City had a meeting to deploy the enrollment of bachelor's degree course, the 15th, and the training for bachelor course in 2020.
Most Venerable THÍCH QUANG, Deputy Dharma Master of the Superintendent Council of the Council of Patrons, Rector of the Vietnam Buddhist University, chaired the meeting. Attending the meeting was the Vice Rectors and Venerable MINH of the Studies Council. Venerable THÍCH THANH, Member of the Administrative Council, Vice Director, Secretary General, and Venerable THÍCH HÁNG, Member of the Council, Vice Secretary General, and Chef of the Secretariat, reported on the 15th course enrollment to the Rector and the revered Master MINH of the Administrative Council. The Master MINH discussed and approved the decision to establish the Admissions Council, having the Rector as the chairman. The Examination Council is presided over by Venerable THÍCH THANH, the Superintendent. The meeting attendees contributed ideas in the pre-qualification examination for enrollment of the 15th course of Buddhism Bachelor on September 13, 2020. Venerable Thích Nhật Từ, Parliament Deputy Director, presented the plan to hold a scientific conference expected to take place in November 2020, coordinated by the Vietnam Buddhist University and University of Social Sciences and Humanities belonging to National University of Ho Chi Minh City. Closing the meeting, Elder Most Venerable THÍCH QUANG provided instructions for each task and internal rules for MINH and nuns in the 15th course.
On the morning of September 3, 2020, at KHÁNH Monastery, Ho Chi Minh City, all monks and Buddhists of KHÁNH Monastery solemnly held the 21st commemoration of Most Venerable Thích Giác Đạo.
The commemorative ceremony witnessed the attendance of Venerable Thích Chí Chơn, member of the Administration Council, Vice of the Central Cultural Board, Head of the Cultural Board of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Ho Chi Minh City, KHÁNH Monastery, Buddhist monks and nuns in the City Cultural Board, Ho Chi Minh City, together with monks and nuns, Buddhist laities of KHÁNH Monastery. Venerable Thích Chí Chơn and the dignified monks in the Cultural Board and the entire congregation respectfully offer incense to commemorate the late Elder Most Venerable Thích Giác Đạo. Most Venerable Thích Giác Đạo, alias Trần Giới, was born in 1916 in Gia Lai Province and passed away in 1999 with 52 years in Buddhist service. At the age of 27, he was ordained with the Elder Most Venerable Thích Huệ Tấn and was given the Dharma name Nhật Định. In 1947, the Most Venerable was ordained as a monk at Long Thiền Pagoda, Biên Hòa, Đồng Nai, with the Dharma title of Giác Đạo. After years of efforts to cultivate karma, despite old age, Most Venerable still constantly constructed and promoted the Dharma propagation basis as a premise for the development of forthcoming Buddhism. Before that, on the morning of September 2, 2020, monks and Buddhists at KHÁNH Monastery solemnly held the Buddhist year 2564 ULLAMBANA Fiesta in traditional Buddhist ritual. Venerable Thích Chí Chơn also had a talk about family's intimate affection as well as the merit of being born and nurtured by parents. On this occasion, KHÁNH Monastery gave 250 gifts and essential necessities to people in difficult circumstances in the area.
On the morning of September 3, 2020, at Phổ Quang Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, it solemnly held the closure ceremony of summer retreat and monastic age celebrations to Most Venerable Thích Thanh Hùng, permanent member of the Executive Council. head of the Central Council for Buddhist Guidance, the effort of 4-1 Pagoda, the retreat Transformative Master to close the Summer Retreat Buddhist Calendar 2564.
In witness, they were Most Venerable Thích MINH, standing member of Administrative Council, head of Central Ritual Committee, together with venerables in the retreat. After the ceremony of Annunciation about Baptism Master Summary and opening chanting, venerables, monks, and nuns have performed rituals to close the retreat and repent themselves to Great Master. Most Venerable Thích Phước Nghiêm, member of Administrative Council, Vice Head of Standing Central Committee of Buddhist Guidance, on behalf of the retreat venerables, monks, and nuns, has congratulated for monastic age to most venerables and wished Buddhists from 10 directions to support them peaceful and to be good example for later generation to follow. Most Venerable Thích MINH has shared the meaning of the retreat and repenting day. It was the happiest day in 1 year of an ordained person, which is called a joyful day of Buddhas. It is because the Buddhist followers have seriously practiced precepts, 3 months of traveling restrictions, just staying in monastery, doing praying, chanting, practicing 3 precepts and scripture, sutra presentation, delivering a message of compassion. Most Venerable congratulated monastic age to the monks and nuns. Most Venerable also expressed his gratitude to ashram representatives for their offerings to the venerables and retreat practitioners.
With the agreement of the Standing Office of Quantum City Party Committee on the Fish Stocking Lane in the embankment area north of Dakpla River, on September 3, 2020, the members of Quantum Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha and the People's Committee of Quantum City, Department of Agriculture and Rural Development held a ceremony to release fish for environmental regeneration in 2020.
Attending the ceremony, there were Venerable Thích Vạn Nhân, Vice Direct cum Chap Secretaries of the Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Venerable Thích Nhuận Thiện, members of the Secretariat of the Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. On the government side, there were Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Liêm, Acting Directors of Departments of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Mân, members of Standing Committee Subsidy Party Committee, Standing Vice Chairman Subsidy People's Committee, Mr. Lê Phương Nguyên, members of Standing Committee Subsidy Party Committee, Standing Vice Chairman Subsidy People's Council. Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Liêm said that each year more than 60,000 breaths of all kinds were released to regenerate aquatic resources in the Dak Pla River. The release of fingerlings in the wild is a practical activity to help restore and protect aquatic resources, especially in terms of fish species of high economic values. Besides, it was a contribution to the education and public awareness in conserving the ecosystem, which is greatly depleted. It is also an effort to propagate and raise the legal awareness and understanding to local people, guide people in the knowledgeable and responsible extraction of aquatic resources. Venerable Thích Vạn Nhân said, this is a practical activity and has a great meaning. The Buddha taught the methods of emancipation is the easiest to practice and cultivate compassion. Life release is also a long-standing custom of Vietnamese people. This activity has both humanistic meaning. Spiritually, it has scientific significance and environmental protection. Releasing natural creatures back to their habitat is also a way of gratitude and filial piety when praying for living kind folk to have a long life and generate the aquatic species in their peaceful life, free from being threatened, killed by human ignorance, and peaceful propagations of the Dharma.
On the occasion of the new school year, the representative of Kim Giang Lottery Company, led by Mr. Trần Chí Hùng, Chairman of Kim Giang Lottery Company, Mr. Đỗ Chí Hiền, Supervisor, Mr. Phạm Xuân Tài, Chair of the Office and members of the company, visited to donate a total amount of more than 42 million VND in assistance of the orphans at the Phật Quang Social Charity Center on September 7, 2020.
The delegation was cordially welcomed by Venerable Thích Tuệ Giải, Deputy Secretary and Chef of the Administrative Board, Head of Information and Communication Department of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Deputy Director of the Center, Dr. Trần Thủy Cần, titled People's Physician, the head of the sponsorship board and the teachers in the center. On behalf of Venerable THÍCH MINH, Director of Phật QUANG Social Protection Center, Venerable THÍCH Tuệ Giải sent his best wishes and kindly talked to the delegation that came to support financially the children in special difficult circumstances with meaningful gifts on the first day of the new school year. The delegation also visited the children's dining room and bedrooms, observed the activities and their study, and then listened to Venerable THÍCH Tuệ Giải, who talked about the development of Phật QUANG Social Protection Center in the coming time. This is a Buddhist charity facility of Kiên Province, led by Venerable THÍCH MINH, who founded it and operated it from 2002 up to now for 18 years. Currently, the center is bringing up 227 children at 5 school levels. Their living and learning costs are completely funded by the center, sufficiently and free of charge. In addition to literacy, children also learn about computers, English, and enjoy other activities such as sports, music, gardening, and ornamental plants for comprehensively physical and intellectual growth. Mr. Trần Chí Hùng said that he was very happy to see that the activities of Phật QUANG Social Protection Center are very effective with profound human meanings, practically contributing to care for children in extremely difficult circumstances. Kiên Giang Lottery Company will put Phật QUANG Social Center at the address where support is critically needed in the near future.
With the spirit of supporting Highland students to school, on the morning of September 7 and September 8, 2020, the Compassionate Heart Society, led by Venerable THÍCH MINH, Vice Director, Cum Secretary of the Information Communication Division of Dharma Propagation Section of the Vietnam Buddhist Center, head of the English Department of psotv channel, give away in the second round 732 sets of textbooks to ethnic minority students.
Under the direction of Venerable THÍCH Quảng Hiền, Standing Vice Director of the Administrative Council of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Abbot of Pháp Hoa Pagoda, Gia Nghĩa CD. The members of Pháp Hoa Pagoda Buddhist Youth Club flocked in a delegation to 16 primary and secondary schools in remote communes of Tuy Đức District, Đắk Clong and Đắk Crong No for charity activities. The road to remote schools was so bumpy and make it more difficult to travel with mud and rain. However, with hearts filled with compassion, the team of Compassionate Heart Society had completed the mission of Buddhist philanthropists near and far who trusted and entrusted them to perform the charity action. It was the delivery of a total of 1,032 new textbooks to Highland students in 2 trips, with a budget of over 110 million Vietnam dong. On behalf of the Compassionate Heart Society, Venerable THÍCH MINH respectfully expressed his gratitude and blessings to the Most Venerable THÍCH Quảng Hiền and other far and near Buddhists, members of the Pháp Hoa Pagoda Youth Club, who had wholeheartedly supported the job and blessed the program to be fulfilled. May we dedicate all our blessings and pray for the world peace, prosperous country, eradication of the natural disasters and epidemics, a peaceful life for sentient beings. Vietnamese people are happy and prosperous.
Venerable Monsignors, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed off this quickly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSOTV channel. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha.